Hey guys, so today I wanted to sit down and make a video about spiritual awakening that so many people are going through, and if you're watching this, hey, welcome. I wasn't sure what kind of video I was going to make. I wanted to make a video on love readings, and then I wanted to make a video of something else to start my YouTube page. By the way, I'm Heather. Hey, welcome. AKA Psychic Millennial. I'm a psychic reader and spiritual coach, life path consultant, I've been calling it. Kind of put a word to what I do, but it's kind of like life coaching. It's kind of like spiritual guidance, and I've been coining myself a very live spirit guide. So, to get on with it, so I wasn't sure what to make my first video on this channel about, and then I was like, duh, of course, it's gotta just come to me and go with the flow with it. I can't plan this out, because I used to make videos, and like I have a history with the stress of making it, and I decided the best way is just go with the flow and just channel it and let it go through. Because that's a big point of this video, is going with the flow, going with your flow, going with your intuition, trusting your intuition, and this new, I want to say glorious new age, even though I'm filming this July 2020. I don't know when you're watching this, but history books will show. Things are pretty crazy right now. But spiritually, a lot of people are awakening. And it might seem scary for some people because it's like a whole new thing that they're just so not used to. But overall, I do want to promise you it's good, if it seems scary. The whole point is to, awaken you to more like love ultimately. Because I'm sure you might have heard, if you're new to this and you're, reading around about this shift. There's a shift of consciousness going on. It's been going on, and it's been prophesized for a long time. I've been following it for like most of my life, but it's super popular right now because everyone's feeling it. And the shift is from like the old way of doing things. I don't want to say more logic based, because we definitely need logic, but more like physical, material, and power based, and we're going to more of a heart based, heart led, heart centered way of being, heart-centered world. So the old ways aren't working anymore, and in a big way they're falling apart. You see a lot of that in just like the world, what's going on. But there's, as the old falls away, the new is coming in, right? And we're in this new heart-led space, and a lot of people are like, what do we do? So one thing, I wasn't sure I was gonna film this, because that's the thing with me. I'm like, we're going from fear to love, or fear to faith, right? So I have faith in myself. I'm just gonna go with this and come up with topics as they go, and hopefully point on things that you watching this wanted to know about. So one thing that popped up is Enlightenment, and I just like finished listening to this Buddhist thing. So if you're into this, you're searching Enlightenment. One thing, and I've been thinking about this a lot the past few days to mention, is tools. You might want to dive in to spiritual tools, like getting yourself a meditation pillow, or like some mala beads, and like setting up a spiritual altar, getting a bunch of crystals, stuff like that. And that's all really exciting. However, I've learned just from years, lifetime of experience, is sometimes it's, that is the old material based energy, and then we end up like KonMari taught us a lot, didn't she? Love it. If you don't really love it, and if it doesn't like bring you joy, it's kind of a waste in your life, right? Same with everything else, from crystals to jobs to relationships to music to everything. And people are really done, and we want joy, and that's where this is going, and we're learning how to find that in new ways. So going along that with the spiritual tools and all that, and enlightenment, and as you go along your journey, I think you'll find the journey's more listening. It's very personal, okay? The universe and you It's personal, baby. Like, that's a whole nother series of videos. So yeah, it has to feel good to your heart. It has to feel right to you. Spiritual teachers, if you're, you know, really into this one person and they put you onto this and like something doesn't feel right, and keep searching, find what feels right for you. It's really important to do what's right for you. Self-care, all of this movement of self-care and self-love isn't a coincidence. They go hand in hand. Also, we're learning about manifestation, everyone's law of attraction. And I was talking about this with a friend earlier. There's like this fear of getting into it, because even like getting into the fear of law of attraction, because we're afraid we're going to manifest everything that we're scared of once we start thinking about that. But here's the thing, like, we're manifesting all the time. Like, law of attraction isn't something we just like tap into, and it's always going on. And the universe is funny. Like, you know, I have totally freaked out about things not happening, and then all of a sudden, like, boom, you know, like, and freaked out that like, oh my god, I'm like, this is totally not happening now because I've, you know, manifested, and then it happens. So the universe is funny. The universe is loving. The universe is personal. Again, back to that heart-based living. It's going to speak to you. What feels right is going to speak to you. And manifesting, you know, it's more than just getting what you want. It's like your whole world, right? Like, we attract how we vibrate. We're all learning about vibrations. And again, to the feeling good and connecting with I call it source, or our higher self, God. Sometimes it really, you know, whatever God and that higher self is to you, and that spiritual love, because it's ever present, it's ever flowing, right? You know, religion systems are breaking down of, you know, like the material, again, like the rules of like how to get there. You got to do this and this and this. And then like the spirituality movement is coming up, where it's more heart-led, and that's another video I'd love to do on spirituality and religion, because a lot of people think it's spirituality versus religion, but it's really not. Like, spirituality is, I would say, a healthy religion has a deep spirituality essence in it, right? That they go hand in hand, and religion is just like the rules, or like, you know, it's a system of beliefs, and we have many systems of beliefs, right? Like, going beyond spirituality and religion. Belief is just a thought that we keep thinking. But yeah, where do I want to go next with this? This is fun. I hope you guys are getting something out of this already. And it's vibing with you. And if it's not vibing with you, then I'm not your spiritual teacher. So the whole follow your vibes thing, it's real. But also, I feel like in the past few years that got like super hyped up, or we've avoided vibes. And I do feel like what part of this like whole awakening process right now, what is scary, is that we're learning we really can't run away from those vibes. And again, with the law of attraction, like, we can't avoid these negative things, because like, it's part of life. Like, there's yin and yang, you know, like. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, we can't, it's like, it's just, it's part of life. It's using that to further your spiritual journey, you know. But yeah, if you've been having all like kind of like psychic stuff, like seeing stuff, or like having a lot of like signs and like feeling weird about them, that's another thing with the whole like religion system and all that breaking down. It might seem uncomfortable to follow your own voice and trust your own voice, and not, you know, like the Bible or the Quran or like whatever physical thing you're used to. We have to learn to follow our hearts, you know, like it's time, you know. And the good thing in that, there's no bad thing in that, you know. Life's a journey, right? And it's all about the destination. And as Abraham Hicks puts it, I love it a lot, is you're never going to get there and you'll never get it done, you know. It's a beautiful thing. We really have all the time in the world. So, okay. See you guys later.